Welcome to a place where hearts unwind, infinite threads that gently bind, love and compassion in every line. Together we rise through space and time.
Welcome back to Infinite Threads. I'm your host, Bob, and today's episode is a continuation of something we've been feeling more and more deeply. The idea that we are all connected, that our words, our choices, our intentions ripple outward, that we are part of one great fabric. But today, we're going to go one step further. Not just to see the threads, but to start tightening them. To become intentional with how we weave. So that instead of drifting through the patterns of life, we begin unlocking outcomes through the combinations we create. This is really cool, guys, because just like a lock opens with the right sequence, so too does your life. Let's start with this idea. What if your actions, when combined intentionally, create energetic combinations that open new paths? What if choosing love in one moment, followed by patience in the next, followed by speaking up instead of staying quiet, actually unlocks something? A lot of you 80s people out there, you remember cheat codes for your video games? Think that. We have cheat codes for us too. Not as a reward from the universe, but because those specific threads woven in that order changed you. And that change shifted everything. Think about a lock. You can twist the dial all day, but unless you know the right combination, it stays closed. Our lives, are full of these metaphorical locks. Relationships we want to heal, dreams we want to realize, patterns that we'd like to break, versions of ourselves we want to step into. And many of us are standing there, spinning the dial, hoping something will just click. But what if the key is in your hands already? What if the combination is something you can create? Let's imagine a simple example. Okay, you wake up feeling irritated. You're tempted to start your day on autopilot. Rush, complain, carry the frustration forward. We all do it. We've all done it. But instead, you pause, you take a breath, you choose a different combination. Maybe it looks like this. First thing, gratitude. I'm thankful for this day. Then number 2, stillness. You take a moment to just process and have quiet. Then number 3, compassion. Say to yourself, let me be kind to the first person I see. And then 4th, courage. Let me do the thing I've been avoiding. See, that thread, that combination changes the path. It changes what you've just had dialed into, and now you've dialed into a new one. You've just dialed in something totally new. And what unfolds after that will not be what would have unfolded before. That's how we tighten the threads. See, the threads that bind us aren't just between people. They also run within us. Our habits, our mindset, our emotions, our responses. These inner threads can be loose, tangled, disconnected, or they can be drawn in, strengthened, and woven deliberately. And when we tighten them, when we stop living by accident and start living by design, our lives begin to respond. Not because the universe is a vending machine, but because we become more aligned with what we say we want. Think of your life like a song. There are notes you can play on impulse, disjointed, scattered. Or you can find the chord, the combination that resonates, that harmonizes, that moves something deep within. That's what tightening your threads is all about. Choosing love plus courage, patience plus honesty, boundaries plus grace, forgiveness plus forward movement. That's how transformation begins, guys. That's how we change. And here's the beauty of it. You don't have to guess every time. You can learn your own combinations. You can learn what works for you. Start paying attention to how your life works. I mean, we let so much just go by because there's so much going on, and we've gotten used to that of just whoosh, and days just go whoosh, by and they're gone, and everything you did, you don't know. But ask yourself this. Start paying attention. What do you do right before things start going wrong in your life? What combinations make you feel lighter and better? What patterns tighten your spirit and which ones loosen it? Over time, you begin to recognize which threads to pull tighter and which ones to release, which ones. You become the weaver, not the watcher. And that's a big deal. So what's one area of your life where you feel stuck? A place where the lock won't turn. Now ask yourself, not what's missing, but what am I weaving here? And what might happen if you change the combination? Not with force, but with love, with consistency, with self-awareness. Let me give you something practical. Here are 3 examples of combinations that often unlock movement in a stuck life. Number 1, stillness plus gratitude plus one bold act. This combination often shifts internal paralysis when you're frozen and afraid to what to do next. Another one is compassion plus boundaries plus follow through. This combination often heals relationships without self-betrayal. A third one, truth telling plus gentle tone plus presence. This one often repairs what you thought was broken beyond repair. None of these require perfection, guys. Just intention and practice. And just trust. Trust that when you show up with the right inner thread, the outer world starts to shift. It really does. I've seen it. I've been doing this long enough now. So I ask you today, what are you weaving? Ask yourself, what are you weaving? What combination are you creating? And what could unlock for you or someone else if you change the pattern just slightly? More than likely, what you're doing now is unintentional. Have some intention behind your life. I'll leave you with this. Every moment is a chance to reach for a different thread, to tie it tighter, to strengthen the fabric of who you are, and to create combinations of love, courage, honesty, and compassion that open the locked doors that you've been waiting on. You are not just part of the thread. You are the one weaving. And what you weave becomes the life you live. Thank you, guys. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you next time. And until then, tighten your threads with intention, because you may be closer to unlocking something more beautiful than you think. I love you all very, 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 very much. And you know what I need you to do. Well, pass that on. Later, Gators. Bye-bye.
Every story, every voice.